everyone. So my favorite resin company, Stone Coat, is carrying Alumilite, and I heard they can be used as alcohol ink. So I'm gonna put it to the test. I wonder how these things will do. So hang on. Howdy, howdy everyone. So Stone Coat, my favorite resin, is now carrying Alumilite products, and they're basically, this particular product is a translucent dye, but it can also be used as alcohol ink. And I also heard they were light fast. So we definitely want to give this a try because I'm a little sensitive about my alcohol inks going in the sun or getting any kind of sun exposure as they fade fairly quickly. So I kind of want to find some kind of products or things I can do to protect the artwork that I do. So wanted to try these out. Now they come out not like alcohol ink does. It's a lot thicker. It's not quite, well, it's kind of like in between the paste and the alcohol ink. So it's a lot thicker, so it's a lot more concentrated. So what I've done is I'm gonna work with a couple blues. I've got the blue, the ocean, and then I've got a little bit of black and a little bit of brown here. And what I've done is I've got a palette that I've basically put a few drops in there, and I can add some alcohol to thin it out, even mix up some different colors. But right now, see, they're so concentrated, you can't even tell which one is which. So we're gonna start playing with this and see how this goes. And I might put this product through the test for a few videos because I'm really excited. I would love to have a product that it was light fast and that would mean that my artwork would last for quite some time, or somebody would buy it and put it next to their sunny window and it wouldn't disappear. So that's kind of a fear of mine. Okay, so we're just gonna play for now. Not a lot of planning here except for just the colors. And I have to admit, doing that kind of thing, if you can, just playing without a plan is very freeing. So this is a little bit different. Usually I would put a flood coat of alcohol, throw some dots on there, and then just start moving things around. But it's a little bit different with this guys, come on, tongue. These guys being a little thicker, you have to kind of plan out a little bit more about your colors. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a few dots of alcohol. Just a few. And let's see if I can get I'm just looking for just a basic brush. And I've got a little bit of alcohol in a cup here so I can dip it. Clean off my brush occasionally. And just kind of mix these colors up a little bit to maybe dilute them down is the proper phrase that I'm looking for. Get to where it's more like an alcohol ink consistency. So what I normally do with palettes, and this includes my fancy dancy palettes, is I try to put my darker tones in the middle and then work all my other colors around. So that's what's happening here. And you can see the colors a little bit now because of the alcohol. So I'm just gonna incorporate it into the alcohol a little bit more. You can say hi, Mike, it's okay.
Hi.
He's trying to walk in very nice and quietly without disturbing me. Okay. A little bit more. So just trying to get it mixed in, get a consistency that feels a little bit more normal for me, and that would help me out quite a bit for making that transition from alcohol ink to this product. Like I said, it's super concentrated, and even when they're talking on the bottle about adding it to resin to tint your resin, it's like less than a drop might be needed. So that is a lot of color there. All right, that is Almost looking like the consistency I want. Still probably thick. So the cool news is that once I get this incorporated into the alcohol in this palette, I should be able to reactivate it with alcohol again, like normal alcohol inks. There's a lot of alcohol in that sentence. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to clean off my brush as much as possible. And then work on this a little bit more here. Oh yeah, that's a lot of color. This is taking quite a bit to get this cleaned off. And usually what I do, I don't even know if I can show this. With my brushes is I just dip it in the alcohol and swap it off to get the color off. But you can see there's a lot of color, and this is just the one time mixing it up, and my brush is still pretty well saturated. Another thing you can do is just simply hold it down, and the absorption of the paper towel will help pull the color out of your brush too. Okay, I'm back. I have cleaned my brush, and I replaced my brush with one of these guys, and I just used the end of it to mix in the alcohol into the dye. So I have those ready, and what I did do here is there was a lot of alcohol I added, and just barely a drop of that, so it lightened it up quite a bit. And then same thing, I got a little bit of this one, a little bit of this one, in a lot of alcohol. So I've got some mid-tones to work with. And I have a feeling that this will work really well in little bottles like this. You can kind of create your own alcohol ink with these dyes. So that way you can get your in-between colors that you really like and such. So now to start playing and see where we can go. So we will have to apply this with some type of a brush just to get the color going where we want it to go. So let's see. I'm just gonna get some color started. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of an alcohol base for now. Got alcohol in my gloves, great, oh well. And then let's see, I might go and designate some brushes for particular colors just for applying and getting it on. That might help out a lot. So let's put down, I get some blue down. Yeah, it's still super concentrated. I'm happy with the colors though. That is pretty awesome. All right. A little bit of brown here. And what we're going to do is just mess with getting it to bleed out, see where that goes first, and then start playing with softening up around the edges and things. So not as much in the middle as I was thinking there'd be. So let's add a little bit more alcohol in here in the middle. Not a disappointed thing, it's just wasn't sure how much I'm applying with the brush. So there's a little bit of a learning curve here, and that's okay. Right. And usually I'm used to a dropper application. See, so far these colors here are looking really, really nice. So this is a little bit different than normal. I'm going to put a little heavier brown over here. Just a tiny bit more there. Some blue. And a little bit more blue over here. All right. I think I waited too long and my alcohol evaporated. All right, just to give it some alcohol to have something to flow on. Just in case. Probably should have used the big bottle. I'm gonna bring you guys in and talk you through what I've done. So, you saw I laid out a pretty good amount of color in the beginning, then just started manipulating them in the different little areas and location, creating some interesting shapes, and then started working with blending it out in different areas here, even removal of some stuff. So, and then I went in and I added, granted this is Pinata, but I added some copper to give it a little bit of a metal flake. And I was just trying to do things I would normally do with alcohol ink and just play. So the inks turned out really, really nice. Got some really soft colors in here. Nice blending action in here. The removal, everything, manipulating it worked out just like normal. So really excited about a possibility of a new product and something that might stand the test of time. So I'm going to do another experiment also with the alcohol inks, but I purchased 3 different alcohol inks that are known to be light fast. So I'm going to do the same experiment I did before where I'm leaving it out in the Texas sun for like 3 weeks, which is brutal. And I'm going to do the same normal protection that I did on the other one, and then we'll have a nice comparison of what would be. Because I doubt if anybody would leave artwork out in the sun, at least I hope not. Anyway, so thumbs up on this particular product. I'm super happy. And anyway, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it, and definitely hit that bell for notification. So that way you get notified the next time I put a video out. Later, girl.